Hi there, Del here from Live and Learn Thai. Now, if you've been in Thailand for any length of time, you've probably already seen one of these. It's what they call a Tabien Baan, uh, navy blue in colour, and it's a house registration book. All Thais have these, and you probably see that they either have the original or a photocopy and take it with them anytime they want to do anything, even semi-official. What most people don't realise is there's also this one. Oh, wrong way up. And that is the yellow version of the same thing. It's the Tabien Baan for foreigners. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now, if you're just here on holiday or going to be moving around a bit, it's um, it's not really necessary to get one of these. In fact, it's probably more hassle than it's worth. But if you're settled, you're renting the same house, or you're living with a Thai family, you can't get added to their navy blue Tabien Baan as a foreigner, but you can have your own, and it's certainly well worthwhile. The benefits outweigh definitely the hassle of getting one, and in my particular case, it was very easy to get one. Although I have heard stories, horror stories from other foreigners about officials not wanting to do it and it taking forever to actually get it done. But I'll go through the process of how to do it. There's no definitive guide as it depends on the Ampere office, which is responsible for your area. They seem to have different regulations, different requirements everywhere you go. But if you're staying in Thailand long term and you're living in the same place, they shouldn't be allowed to refuse a yellow Tabien ban for you. So the main benefit of having this is that you don't need to go to immigration or your embassy every time you have to provide proof of your address, and this is required for things like buying a vehicle, buying a motorcycle or car, getting your driving license. You can also use this for your visa, and any place really where you see Thais using their Tabien Ban, the blue one, when they're getting a mobile phone contract or getting True Vision's TV or something like that, internet from TOT, they'll always be asked for their ID card first of all and their Tabien Ban. These are the two documents, and if you have one of these, that means that you will be treated exactly the same as a Thai person. It doesn't make you a citizen, however, it does have, I don't know if you can see this, it does have a number which gives you a Thai citizen's ID number, which is useful for if you're working, you can register for a tax ID with that. And again, it will go on things like your Thai driver's license instead of your actual passport number. It's also very useful having a Tabien Ban to open bank accounts, which is becoming increasingly difficult in Thailand recently. It's a bit hit and miss whether they actually allow you to open a bank account or not. So if you're staying here long term, that's the thing to do. Get yourself a yellow Tabien Ban. How to do it? Well, you have to find out where the Ampere office responsible for your particular house is. And the easiest way is to either ask the people you're staying with, or if you're renting, to ask the landlord. Now you'll need witnesses, so ask the landlord to go with you if they wouldn't mind helping you to go through this process. My landlord went with me and we got it all done the same day. There's no cost for it, and all you need to do is provide as much documentation as you have. So you're talking about things like your passport, of course, copies of that, your visas, departure card, work permit if you've got one. If you're married, then also obviously you will need your wife's Tabien Ban and also her ID card copied and signed. But then again, she should go with you as well and bring all these things along with her. Uh, Photographs as well. They required photographs. Now they're not used to doing this, so it's a bit hit and miss. Where the place I went into, I think they had previously done two in the last 10 years. But what they did was they dug one of these out and they went through it while I was sitting there to make sure that they did it exactly the same. And I noticed on the one that the example that they were looking at, they had a very large size photograph, but they took just a passport size photograph from me, and that was it. There was no special requirements. Um, at a certain point, they said, "Oh, you don't need to wait any longer. There's a lot to write out, but we'll do that, and just come back tomorrow, and you can pick it up." And that indeed was the case. My landlord went along with me again to pick it up because he also had things to pick up. He didn't actually have one of these. He had the old style of Tabien Baan, and so at the same time as making my new one, he was transferring his into a blue book as well. So we got both things sorted at the same time. And as I said, no cost, and the benefits of having this, well, they're just absolutely immense, and you will be glad that you went through the hassle of doing it. As I said, I've heard a few horror stories. Unfortunately, you can't, if you're having a bit of bad luck at one office, you can't just go to another office and try your luck there as you can do when opening or trying to open bank account. You have to stick with the same office, but if they really don't want to do it for you, then ask to see someone in higher authority. It may just be the fact that, like the place I went to, they really couldn't remember how to do it, but all they need to do is to go through an example of someone who's done it before, go through the paperwork, and follow in the same basis. Uh, One thing which you're definitely supposed to need is a translation of your passport, uh, which they did without in my particular case. If you want to get that sorted out in advance of going, feel free to do so, but a translation of your passport, it's just your name, date of birth, nationality, there's nothing else in there. But you can get translations done quite easily. Make a scan of your passport, send it to Express Translations in Bangkok, something like that, and then they'll send it back to you either by email when you print it out, or they'll send it through to you in the post. There's no other special documents required, and as I said, the benefits of having this Tabien Baan, if you're staying here long term, are absolutely immense. Just think of every time your Thai friends or Thai girlfriend will get out her photocopy of her Tabien Baan anytime she wants to do something. Well, you can do that as well if you've got one. So that's it from me for today, and hope you enjoyed watching. If it was informative, feel free to click the like button, follow, share, anything you want to do, and I'll see you next time on Live and Learn Thai.